the sultry voice of Rick Wright. You won't see him, but you will hear him.
Rick, I'm so sorry about the Suns, but you know, the Spurs, they always pull through, my friend.
There you go, Southerner.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, the big rebate check's coming.
Yeah.
Are you guys
with yours?
Oh, boy. How do you know that? Isn't that, they always say the check's in the mail?
The check's in the mail.
How do we know that?
Monday, President Bush says they're
Why don't they just do direct deposit?
Well, some of them are. If you signed up and got your tax rebate check direct deposited, the ones you were supposed to file, the actual taxes you were supposed to file earlier this year, and if you haven't, too late, you're screwed. You should have filed it earlier, and if you got direct deposit, you're going to get this new rebate check.
And you get it between Monday, they're going to start sending them out, the first batch, and then you get them sometime before like mid-July, right?
Yeah, and they're going to roll out. Of course, I'll probably be the one that gets it in July. How are you guys going to spend it?
$600 a person, right?
Yeah.
$1,200 if you're married or whatever. Or
now, not all Americans are going to get it, though.
Yeah, it's got certain income limits, obviously.
Right.
But because we're getting minimum wage.
But now you haven't answered the question.
Yes.
How are you going to spend it?
I'm going to spend it like 99.9% of Americans do. You got to pay off credit card debt.
Yeah.
It's like Vinny from Bensonhurst, these credit card companies. It goes from 0%, right? You sign up, then you miss a payment, then it goes to like 12, then it goes to 28. Now we're going up to like almost 30% on a.
But Eric, that's bad for the economy. Are you putting it? That's what they're saying. If you're putting it, paying off bank card debt, and you're going and you're putting it in savings, not good for the economy. Of course, they want you to buy shoes like Ainsley's going to do.
Exactly. In fact, I was reading this morning, retailers are now going to offer some discounts, some sales, because they're encouraging you to spend your rebate checks. So
and our floor crew just opening a beer in here. I don't know if you heard that. And that's how they're spending their rebate check this morning.
How are you going to spend yours?
I don't know. I'm going to spend it the same way that Jimmy Kimmel is planning to spend his. Take a look at this.
I don't know if the economy really is in trouble, but or if I'm just watching too much cable TV, but in either case, help is on the way. Starting next week, most Americans who aren't Wesley Snipes are getting a tax rebate. President Bush announced rebate checks for at least $600. If you have a bunch of kids, it could go up to like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Go in the mail, and I'm going to use my check. I should get $600. I'm going to use my check to buy enough gas to drive to the bank and cash it, and then maybe back.
That's exactly right. And of course, President Bush making comments that, look, this will help ease the gas crisis. But that's not what the point is. The point of this rebate is not so that we can throw more money at the oil companies and give them. This money's supposed to go fuel the mom and pop shops. It's supposed to, but it's not.
It's supposed to help the economy. Do you think $600 will actually help the economy and get us out of an alleged recession if we're in one? What are your emails? Email us here at Fox News, at Fox and Friends this morning.
Let us know
what are you going to spend your money on?
Yeah. And it's very expensive. I can't even talk this morning. It's very expensive to fill up your car. So, you know, I was talking to someone who has a sedan, $60 to fill up his car.
$4.41 in some places, up even closing in on $5 a gallon now. Unbelievable. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stockpile my money, and I'm going to go out and buy bags of rice. Would that hurt the economy? We're supposed to not buy. We're supposed to not buy rice. We're being told not to buy. What if I spend my $600 and go buy barley and rice?
What and Costco and Sam's Club make beer?
These guys out here. All right. Have you ever done? Because I'm setting this up because I have, when I used to be on the swim team, I once shaved my legs.
So you were like a serious swimmer. Because when I was on the swim team,
I was terrible, but I thought it would give me an edge. I thought it would give me like an extra second in the 50 freestyle.
What did you think about it?
I came in second that time. It was the closest I ever came to winning a heat.
So it may work.
It may work.
Yeah.
And now I've taken to it, and now I shave my legs regularly.
Listen, I remember the first time I shaved my legs. I got in bed that night, and I remember like my legs, you know, rubbing against each other. I was like, this feels so good. It's like 7th grade, you know?
Wait a second.
That was a huge deal.
Wait a second. Go on.
Sorry, I shouldn't have gone there. I forget. I'm working with a group of men. Women out there can understand.
That's not what a tease in TV means.
Go on.
You just gave him brand new tease. That was nice.
Can we just blow out the rest of the show?
Okay, get it for a little girl wearing makeup, getting your ears pierced.
Nice. All right, we can't talk about that.
All right, well, real quickly,
go ahead.
when you have kids one day, okay, tease, please. Makeup, bra, and shaving your legs and getting your ears pierced. Huge deal for middle schoolers.
Best show ever. Thanks, Ainsley. All right, and hey, get this guess what? Now I'm all befuddled. Google is now targeting your cell phone. Find out what could soon be coming to your small screen. No matter what you do, it's coming to your cell phone. That's right. And also coming up this morning, I want to know
more about Ainsley. We'll talk more about Ainsley and Google and everything else.
No more secrets.
So you were saying, we'll be right back, but as you were saying. Finally, ladies, listen up. This is for you. We all know the Geek Squad. You know, the geeks from Best Buy that come to your house to fix your computer. Well, now they've come out with their very own line of Geek Squad jewelry. That's right. It's all for Earth Day. Why not accessorize yourself, America, with some old computer parts instead of throwing them in a landfill?
What is that?
They've taken circuitry and actually made them into earrings. They've also made them into lovely brooches.
Brooches?
See, look at that. That's a little computer part.
Those are computer chips.
And here's,
That's an
I've got a
earring.
little brooch right on here.
Camera 2.
You need to do it like the ladies on QVC.
Yeah, and then you
have to
can
do it like the ladies on QVC. They're like this. Yes, that's good.
And then
That's good.
Then the price,
That's it.
and the
That's it.
price always goes down.
It's all for a good.
I don't understand that. They put it up there,
Yeah, this is
and the
for you.
price always goes down. Why don't you
And you
just
have to
wait?
have pretty
Don't call.
fingernails.
But it's all to show that,
It's
look,
like Carol
Yeah.
Merrill.
old
It's Carol
computers,
Merrill.
it's all to show that, first of all, old computers are toxic to the environment.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is all trying to raise awareness about not just throwing your old computer in a landfill somewhere.
That's
So
good.
good for them.
That's
So
really
you
good.
recycle the chips.
Right, that is filled with toxins.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
All right.
Taking these out.
All right, we have a lot more coming up here on the show this morning. You are watching Fox and Friends, home of fashion, jewelry, and accessories from Ainsley Earhardt. We'll be right back. When she's not watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Ainsley Earhardt is watching Fox and Friends.
You did not.
I tried to call her.
Don't ever mention that on air because that's my vice.
She is. She is.
Yes,
Keeping Up with
I
the
love that
I
Kardashians.
tried to call her last
I know.
night. She's obsessed with it. I tried to call her last night, so I
hate
called
you. I
Eric
cannot
instead. And Eric and I
And
ended up
we're-
talking about the big news, the big tragedy, the Gary Coleman divorce coming up. I tried to call you, but you were watching
story.
Keeping
Who
Up
knew
with
he
the
was
That was the
married in
top
the first
story.
place?
Exactly.
You know?
That was the real tragedy.
Because married in August and now getting divorced. Gary
It was in
Coleman.
August, so it didn't even last that
yeah,
long.
no, sadly.
She was so obsessed with watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians last night that I tried to call her to talk about David Beckham. And because I know how obsessed you are with David Beckham, we're going to be talking
Yeah,
about this
he's a
coming up
cutie
here on the
too.
show. Two kids, 9 and 10-year-olds, fighting over a jersey that he signed and gave to the one. He sort of handed it to both of them, and they're
And
fighting
now
over
they
it.
want
They
it.
used to be
They are
best
And there's
actually,
a lawsuit involved.
They're suing. The parents are suing to try to get the jersey back. Why doesn't Beckham just take another jersey and give it to the other kid?
Good question.
Oh my gosh.
It's a question
that's
we will
why I am
tackle
who I
here.
am.
It's a question we will tackle here on Fox and Friends.
We're also going to tell you, we're going to tackle another story. We're going to tell you about the candidates, where they are today, what's coming up next. We're going to show you the sporty side of Barack Obama, too. He might be better at
Look at that.
basketball than he is bowling.
That's pretty good. Oh, see?
Yeah,
See?
see, that's good.
You know,
Look
I
at the
think the Knicks need him.
Oh, they need a lot of help. All right, let's check in with Courtney Friel. She has a look at our headlines this morning. Good morning, Courtney.
That's right, and good morning again, everybody. Autopsies are scheduled today for 2 victims from yesterday's rush hour accident at a commuter train station. 21 other people were injured after a tractor trailer crashed into a Chicago Transit Authority station. The 51-year-old truck driver was treated and released. He passed a blood alcohol test but refused a urinalysis test. Police have not charged him so far, and for now, the station will remain closed.